Superman, the Man of Steel, the last line of Krypton, the very first superhero. He has become more than a comic book icon. He has become just an icon in general. When you show that S, everybody knows what you're talking about. And this year he's going to turn 8, and I thought it'd be very cool to do a top 5 list of the best Superman stories of all time. Number 5, John Byrne's Superman. Now, in the 80s, there was this big, massive event called Crisis on Infinite Earths, where DC felt that the universe was a little bit too confusing, like people didn't know what was going on, so they created this big event to basically clean house and pretty much to reboot the universe. And they got John Byrne to reboot Superman, and he retold the origin. It's in a wonderful, brilliant way. He was responsible to make Lex Luthor as this business tycoon as he is known as today. It's just, it feels fresh, it feels new. It catches the essence of what Superman was at the time. Number 4, for the Man Who Has Everything. This is a one-shot issue from Superman annual number 11, and it's written by Alan Moore, the same Alan Moore who wrote Swamp Thing, Batman the Killing Joke, Watchmen, V Vendetta, The League of Swarming Gentlemen. And he created this story that kind of plays around the what if. What if Krypton never blew up? What if, what type of life would Clark have? Would he be rich? Would he have poor? Would he be a bachelor? Would he have a family? And, in this reality, Clark has a family. And you as a reader, you capture this, like, wonder and like, joy that, you're seeing Clark, walking on his home planet's footsteps and all that kind of stuff. But you have so much of this wonderful character stuff where when he realizes it's not a reality, he realizes it's not real. Because you got this wonderful scene with his son, and he says to him that, you're the greatest thing that has ever happened to me, you bring nothing but joy towards me, but I think you're not real. And it hurts Clark, it hurts you as a reader. This story is so well done to the point it was an episode, it was a pay-to-page adaptation. It got animated for Justice League Unlimited. It's such a wonderful story. 3, Superman Earth 1. Now, I'm just talking about the first volume. I understand there's like 2 other books and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just talking about the first volume. The first volume is a wonderful cinematic way of modernizing an origin story. This is separate from the main DC universe. This is its own thing. And how the writer was able to do it was such a wonderful way, a very cinematic way. Have a Clark who's not being Superman yet. He's questioning himself. He's making mistakes. And it kind of gives you a new sense of Clark and having things that that you may have never thought of it. You can really see some influence that if you read this, you can see some influence that transfer him into Man of Steel. This is just a brilliant modern way of remaking Superman into a comic book context, but still making it Superman. Number 2, Superman Weds Son. Now, this is a very different type of story. This is a what-if story. It's about what if Superman didn't land in Kansas, but he landed in Russia during the Soviet Union, during the Cold War. What type of man he would be. And out for the story, you can see very Russian Cold War type of attitude towards things. But end of the day, Superman's still Superman. And I mean, yes, there's cameos from like Batman and like Wonder Woman and Green Lantern and stuff of those lines. But it's not about this. It's not about, hey, look at Washington Superman versus the American superheroes. It's about, it doesn't matter where Superman's from. Superman is still Superman with Superman ideals. Number 1, All-Star Superman. Now, this is known for a lot of people as like the NLBO greatest Superman story of all time. And it's kind of true because what the story is basically about is just Superman being Superman. him being there, him. I mean, yes, it's the main plot of him. You know, in the first like 3 pages, we find out that he has skin cancer, and he's dying, and he's pretty much saying his goodbyes. But it's just him enjoying life, enjoying humanity. And yes, it's, the first few issues, it's him saying goodbye to Lois in a way of you saying that, here's a bottle of powers. I'll let you have superpowers for a day, and you can share the life that I have. He fights villains, for the last time, like Parasite, Amazo. And of course, at the end, the fight with Lex Luthor, with the ending fantastic, and definitely when he says to Lois, I love you, Lois Lane, until the end of time, which is like that, and then he flies off and saves everyone from the sun, in a very heroic way. This is no doubtly the best Superman story of all time. There's even an anime movie of it, so you can check that one out if you don't want to read it. So that is my list of the top 5 greatest Superman stories of all time. Comment below, do you agree with my list? If you don't, what you think should be on your top, what's on your top 5 basically? What are your personal top 5 greatest Superman stories of all time?